A lot of people.
All right.
I'm sure for that
Where is
reason.
it? The new one?
What's that?
Why don't you wait and let people come in?
Oh, okay.
But everyone got a copy of the agenda? Steve, did you get one?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, did I?
Sorry,
No.
they came to me.
He's got his stuff all over the chairs.
I wasn't here, so.
Good evening.
Trying to get grasp of it. Oh, you know. I shows it.
That picture is your property.
That's right.
Yeah.
How's that?
I didn't see anybody there today.
Going to Jill, I was expecting like 30 people. That's what I'm like, oh.
Well, there's only a couple chairs out front. I mean, there's
At least for
Ordinance number.
a lot of room out there for people.
Yeah, we do. It's on the agenda.
Danny. Danny.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Are you ready, Kathy?
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure.
Chat, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everybody. We're gonna get this meeting started. As soon as I get my agenda up here. Okay, today is Thursday, October 16th, 2025. It is 7:06 PM. We will call this meeting of the regular town council to order. Start off with the pledge of allegiance. Greg, lead us tonight.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Right, and here we'll start off with roll call. Start to my left. Doug D. Smith,
Here.
Dean Renfro,
Here.
Kathy Burke,
Here.
Greg Tuholsky,
Here.
Jeff Beachy is here. Town Marshal Steve Green,
Here.
Legal Counsel Alex Bowman, here. Clerk Treasurer Kathy Antonelli,
Present.
Town Manager Mike Yoder,
Yes.
and Fire Chief Nick Hans.
Here.
All right, everybody had a chance to review the agenda,
Yes.
okay? Any additions, corrections, or modifications to the agenda?
Nope.
Okay, if not, the agenda will stand as published. And on the agenda is approval of the invoices. Everybody had a chance to review the invoices?
Yes.
I make a motion, we approve the invoices.
Okay, motion by Kathy,
I'll second.
second by Doug, for discussion. No further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug D. Smith,
Yes.
Dean Renfro,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg Dolphy.
Yes.
And Jeff Beach is yes, motion carries. The next item on the agenda is, I'm gonna turn this audio up a little bit. Next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes. We have approval of meeting minutes from September 18th and October 22nd. Everybody had a chance to review those?
Yes.
Yeah.
October 2nd,
October 2nd.
What's that?
October 2nd,
What did I say?
22nd.
22nd.
Oh, October 2nd. Sorry, I said second. Okay,
I did too.
is there a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion by Doug. I'll second that. So motion by Doug, second by Jeff, open for discussion. No further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug DeSmith,
Yes.
Dean Renfro,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg Dolphy,
Yes.
and Jeff Beats, yes, motion carries. Okay, jump right into planning and development items. First item on the agenda. Danny, what do you have for us tonight?
Good afternoon, council. Yes, I have a rezoning for you. This is the petitioner's AWT, and they're represented by JPR. And it is for zone map change from GPUD B3, GPUD M1, and GPD M2 to B3, M1, and M2. In other words, straight B3, M1, and M2. It's at the northeast corner of Division Street, which is State Route 15, and County Route 10, here in Washington Township. Just a couple of notes. The companion case to this is a subdivision. to be known as Orchard Hills Industrial Subdivision, and that has been considered separately and already been approved by the Plan Commission. We are awaiting secondary submittal, which will go before Plat Committee, but concurrently, we have to undergo this rezoning as well. So two separate proceedings happening at the same time. I'm not aware of any outstanding developmental technical issues that are of concern to our technical committee at this time. But during the Plan Commission hearing, there were a handful of remonstrators who raised common concerns, things including increased traffic and accidents, light poles, power lines ruining their rural vistas, trying to think of any other key points that they may have raised. One demonstrator said that they wanted to see a traffic study that should have been included rather than deserve to know the contents of that. So a variety of things. I don't want to go into too much detail about that at this time, unless you have questions for me about it. So I can step aside and allow the representative to come forward, unless you have questions for planning staff.
Don't think we do at the time, at the moment. Thank you.
I have a question. B3, what exactly is a B3?
B3 is our heaviest business zone
what I
without
thought.
crossing into manufacturing
Okay,
or assembly.
okay, thank you.
Just real briefly, this project's been ongoing, as you know, for quite a few years. And now it has reached the point where the final approvals leading to construction are underway. The question about traffic study, there has been a detailed traffic study done that will allow for changes in geometry at the intersection of Industrial Drive. So we'd be adding a second leg going into the development. And that will meet all of the NDOT standards. It'll probably look very similar. It'll kind of be the twin to the widening on the west side.
There may be in the packet, you scroll down, it may show the streets, maybe, or not, Ken.
Should be. Site plan, there you go. Yep. So, and then so this is gonna be the standard industrial street, what we call the Super Tour, the wider version. So those are significantly wider lanes with paved shoulders, roadside swales, very similar to Industrial Drive on the opposite side, very almost exactly like Earthway Drive. And the sewer and water built throughout to serve every single lot. And again, the intersection details, although I think everyone would like to see a signal there, and standard answer is we have to build the project and see if it justifies it. So at this point in time, and there is one thing that my assistant got it all ready for me, and then I left it laying on my work table. I was going to bring you all copies of the restrictive covenants. We had committed to the Plan Commission during the hearing that there would be a set of restrictive covenants that would be recorded. We would actually prefer that they be attached to your ordinance, your rezoning ordinance when they're done. That's how we would do it at the county. And that those covenants will include things that you haven't necessarily seen outside of the north and west end of Earthway Drive, where we, kind of stipulated, how we were going to manage storage and how we were going to manage lighting, landscaping, parking lots, those types of things. So the developer thinks that that's important to her, and wanted to make sure that you understood that she's wanting to, kind of up the game a little bit, especially in this very high visible development site. So, and so what I will do tomorrow is I will get those over to Jill or Mike, and we can circulate those to all of you. You can look at them and send us comments back, and we're happy to make adjustments in those. But I think you'll be pleased with them. So,
Okay.
Other than that, we know what I've been hearing anyway is that there's a lot of interest in the project. I don't know of a specific prospect at this point in time, but they're kind of anxious for us to get to the point where we're ready to build. So.
Thank you, Ken. So, next step in the process would be to open a public hearing. So at this time, we will open up a public hearing to hear any concerns, either for or against this rezoning request for the AWT property. And this would be for ordinance 10-16-2025-21. So if you have comments either for or against the project or the rezoning rather, please step up to the microphone, state your name and your address, and present your concerns.
I'm Lester Otto. I live at 18686 County Road 23. And I'm not for or against this, but I'd like some clarification if I could. Sure. Please. My wife is under the impression that this is going to be residential. Part of this is going to be residential. And I'm not thinking it is.
No, the previous rezoning years ago had a residential component.
Okay, so there's no residential whatsoever?
No.
Okay, and okay, all right, that's all I can tell her for sure now.
Anytime, Lester.
Thank you, Lester. Okay. Anyone else with questions, comments, or concerns? Okay, seeing no additional comments, we will close the public hearing. And the next order of business would be to consider the ordinance. And is this a two-step process, Alex? Are we motion to waive first and approve on second?
So you don't have to for a rezoning ordinance.
Okay,
That the provision of the town council statute doesn't require two readings for a rezoning.
Okay.
However, to the two-step process, given that there's been the indication that there are some restrictive covenants that haven't been attached to the ordinance here, but I think have otherwise been agreed to by the landowner. My suggestion would be, if the council is amenable, to revise this ordinance slightly to say, subject to written commitments, and those written commitments would be the adoption of the restrictive covenants. I think it'd be important as part of the ordinance to at least reference that is that's a condition that the council wishes to apply, assuming the council wishes to have those covenants applied
Okay.
to the rezoning. I think that can be done simply with a voice vote to amend it, and then it can be adopted as amended if the council so inclined.
okay,
So you want a motion to amend it to the covenants?
Correct, to make it subject to the written commitment that the covenants be recorded on property.
I just made that motion.
May I make a comment about that? So I'm not accustomed to that myself, attaching private restrictions to an ordinance, a rezoning ordinance. That doesn't mean it hasn't been done successfully. I'm just saying, I'm not accustomed to it. What I am more accustomed to is having separately recorded restrictions referenced on a subdivision plat. So
We can do that.
that said, the planning staff will not stand in the way of the desires of the council. I'm just a little bit more accustomed to the latter rather than the former. And this ordinance certainly is not ready for that. It would need to be changed.
Yeah, just,
And I don't know how to change it. I would have to find.
I think the change would be simply to make it a written commitment that these covenants are recorded. I think that would be it. I don't think they necessarily need to be attached to the ordinance, but at the same time, the council hasn't had the opportunity to review them, to see if they comply, if there's any concerns about the covenants, but I think having the covenants as a written commitment is well within your authority, and is otherwise a kind of a standard course for this type of rezoning. I mean, certainly if I'm off base in either event, let me know. But
I think Danny's right, in the past, and historically, when the, final plat is recorded, that's usually, done with the, restricted covenants, referenced on the plat. So what we would typically do is we would, take those restricted covenants, take those to the, and get those recorded first.
Mm.
And then that way we have the document number go right on the face of the plat, and there's no way they can be lost.
Right.
And, so, yeah, that's the way we would typically see it
And
done.
that's the planning says, reference.
Yeah, and so we have no problems committing to that. That is, very appropriate. So what we could do is, I can get those restricted covenants to you. You can take a look at them. I think you're gonna be pleased with them. And then as we have a final plat that we still got to bring to the council for approval. So,
We got attached at
Yeah.
that point.
right.
Okay,
So,
okay, so then we would just do a regular
yeah,
approval motion for the ordinance and not a,
Not needing to attach the, correct, yeah, not needing to attach the covenants,
Yeah.
it's a, I mean, I think if the council's comfortable with representations that are made, and no reason not to be.
Yeah.
Then no amendment is needed and a simple adoption is appropriate.
and I think we all understand the additional requirements and the covenants based on what we did with MJB and, the Vandelay property. And we were had some pretty strict requirements on there. And
Yeah. and I
and if
think,
we're following along those guidelines,
and I think those paid off.
yeah, and I
I,
mean,
I
like-
withdraw my current motion to amend the question.
motion withdrawn, so is there a motion to approve on first reading ordinance 10-16-2025-21 and adopt on first reading?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion by Doug,
I'll second.
second by Greg, open for discussion. Okay, no further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug D. Smith,
Yes.
Dean Renfro,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes,
Greg Dolsky.
Yes.
And Jeff Beach is a yes. Motion carries. Okay. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate your time. Ken, thank you. Appreciate your time. Okay,
One moment, Jeff.
oh, you need Danny's paperwork so we can leave.
Sorry for the roadblock.
No, no, you're fine.
Appreciate it.
Hey, that was pretty good, Danny. Sorry for the roadblock.
yeah,
Here in Bristol. Good job. Good call, good call.
yeah, we're talking about another road.
I was working on that. First.
Where isn't there one?
Perfect timing.
Well, there's none on say South Division Street.
Well, there won't be any during the winter. We can always have a wonderful summer.
Don't count on that.
Yeah, and they called you Jason too, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's just,
It's absolutely.
I
I didn't know.
mean, I may have just said it myself.
No, don't worry about it, Andrew, you're fine.
Well, he's okay.
Haven't done that one for a while. huh?
I was gonna say, yeah, for a while.
Been a minute on that one.
Well, we got another one? Oh, that's the minutes.
All right, get your,
Is this the first one? Yeah.
all right,
Oh, you're okay, I usually just have to.
Okay.
I'm happy to leave here.
Yeah, all right.
okay, you all set, Danny? Or you need all three copies?
I don't, I only say, we'll take two.
Okay. Cool. All right, thank you again, Danny.
Thank you.
All right, jumping into reports, Mike, let's,
Okay, several items there. Most of them are just paying bills, but first up, I think I've included, I think I've got a picture. Go down one more. So we're ready to make our submittal for our next community crossing grant. No, I didn't, sorry. Go back up. This is the realignment of Ponderosa slightly to the east. so that we can correct that intersection of Ponderosa and Bloomingdale. So we're submitting that for our community crossing grant application, which is that application timeframe just opened up. So that's estimated to be right at a $1.1 million project. The maximum we can ask, and there's only one ask, and that's going to be $1 million for the town. So our ask will be $946,000. And this is a letter of commitment that Jeff needs to sign and say that we will come up with the match of $236,000, which we'll easily do. So this project, the reason we're going now is not to construct it next year, because I'm not sure we want to add any more construction next year. But if we don't, these grants are much more competitive now. So we do need this money to do this project. So if we don't win this round, we can apply next year again next year, and hopefully get it then if we don't this first.
Yeah.
But if we do, if we are awarded, we have a couple of years to get the project done. We'll schedule this for 2027.
Can they do it spring and fall both though?
Not anymore.
No,
It's
just
one half.
one.
Yeah.
Yep. You only get one shot at it.
So with motion from you folks, Jeff can sign it. We'll get our application in next week.
Okay.
I don't know if getting in early makes any difference, but
Can't hurt.
it can hurt.
That's right. Is there a motion to approve the letter for the CCMG call for grant?
Make a motion.
Okay, motion by Dean,
I'll second.
second by Greg, open for discussion. No further discussion, take a vote. Doug D. Smith,
Yes.
Dean Renfro,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg DeHolsky.
Yes.
And Jeff Beach is a yes, motion carries.
Okay, next, we can move through these fairly quickly. We have two SRF. Item B is two SRF disbursements, one to Commonwealth Engineering and the other to Crosby Construction for our wastewater treatment plan. So I'd ask you to approve SRF disbursement 37 and 38.
Okay. 37's in the amount of $334,407. Commonwealth, 343,407.
No.
I can,
There's a typo on whatever you're looking at.
I'm
So
looking at
it's
your
30,
agenda.
that's not right. It's $34,407.
Okay,
For number 37,
Yes.
oh, it's
Okay.
34,000.
43, so
34,000 makes a whole lot more sense for engineering.
30, okay, so.
Sorry, Ken.
Well, he's not Commonwealth, but.
You're on the right to check this.
$34,407 to Commonwealth Engineering
Thank you.
and 38 to Crosby Construction for $1,498,844 and $78,887 to retainage.
No, it's not a typo for 149,000.
I'm afraid
Sorry,
not.
no, that one's right.
14,098.
I'll make that motion, Jeff.
Okay,
I'll
thank you. Motion
second.
by Greg, second by Kathy, open for discussion. No further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug D. Smith,
Yes.
Dean Renfro,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg DeHolsky,
Yes.
Jeff Beach, yes, motion carries.
Okay, the next ones, one of these does go to JPR. So water project, SFR disbursement, number 40 to JPR for engineering, 51,654. So water projects.
Okay,
I make a motion, we approve SRF disbursement number 40 for $51,654.
okay, motion by Kathy,
I'll second that motion.
second by Doug, open for discussion. No further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug Smith,
Yes.
Dean Renfro,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg DeHolsky,
Yes.
and Jeff Beach, yes, motion carries.
Next disbursement is number 39 to Niblock, and that's 85,700. Niblock for work and retainage 45,000.
Okay. $85,700 then?
Mhm.
Is there a motion for SRF disbursement 39?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Doug, second by Kathy. Open for discussion. No further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug D. Smith,
Yes.
Dean Renfro,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg Dolsky.
Yes.
And Jeff Beach is a yes. Motion carries.
Disbursement number 38 is the Phoenix Fabricators. They're building the water tower, $101,382. And is that number correct? Did you double check that?
101,382.
Okay.
Yes.
Seemed a little low. And $5,336 each.
Yes.
Okay,
I make the motion for the disbursement of SRF number 38 to Phoenix Fabricators for $101,382 with a retainage of $5,336.
okay. Motion by Kathy. I will second that. Motion by Kathy, second by Jeff. Open for discussion. No further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug D. Smith,
Yes.
Dean Renfro,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg Dolsky.
Yes.
And Jeff Beach is a yes. Motion carries.
The last two items, F and G, same project as the St. Joe Street new water main project. KF 1 and 2, both to Niblock, not NIPSCO.
And don't get let us go anymore, Mike.
Yeah,
Yes.
Niblock. And these monies we are paying out of our funds now, but at the end of the water project, we'll be reimbursed for for this project. So recommend approval of both KF number 1 and 2.
Okay, there a motion for pay up 1 and pay up 2 for this St. Joe water project.
1 and 2.
I got a motion.
Okay, motion by Dean,
I'll second.
second by Doug. Open for discussion. No further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug Smith,
Yes.
Dean Renfro,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg Dolsky,
Yes.
and Jeff Beach is yes. Motion carries.
And my apologies, Jeff, who motioned?
Dean, motion,
And I said,
and second by
Thank
Doug.
you. I realized I didn't print those for the packet, so Bill's gonna print those so they can be signed.
Okay. All right, anything else, Mike?
Nope.
Okay, thank you. Anybody having anything for Mike?
Nope.
Okay, if not, Kathy, what do you have for us tonight?
I have additional appropriation to be approved. We already did a first reading and publication. This is ordinance number 10.16.2025-22 in the amount of $59,285.49. It is for the repurposing of the opioid funds and also for the park non-reverting of $50,000 towards the parking lot project.
Okay,
Procedurally, you'll want to invite public comment,
okay,
and then it's right for adoption.
okay. At this point, we'll open up a public hearing to hear any questions or concerns regarding the additional appropriation of $59,285.49. If you'd like to make comment, please step up to the microphone. Seeing no comments, hearing no comments, we will close the public hearing. And is there a motion to adopt ordinance 10-16-2025-22?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion by Greg,
Second.
second by Kathy, open for discussion. No further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug D. Smith,
yes.
Dean Renfro,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes.
Greg Dolsky,
Yes.
and Jeff Beach is a yes. Motion carries.
Thank you, council. That's all I had.
Thank you. Okay. Steve, what do you have for us tonight?
I have our monthly report for September.
Okay.
Month of September, we wrote 96 citation, issued 96 warnings. We took 609 calls, impounded 7 vehicles. We drove 19,122 miles.
That's an awful lot of miles for a small town.
And we get 11 officers out
Yeah.
patrolling. It
That's
starts to
good.
get up after a while. Despite of all the construction, we're still driving.
Yeah.
It's just we gotta go up to Michigan to respond to our side. We had, took 51 cases, 6 warrants, 1 intimidation case, 5 possession of marijuana, 3 OWIs, 1 OWI felony, 1 resisting arrest, 1 child in need of services case, 8 driving while license suspended. We wrote or worked, investigated 8 crashes, 1 criminal mischief case, 1 possession of controlled substance, 1 possession of methamphetamine, 2 found properties, 2 thefts, 1 fraud, 1 welfare check, and 7 others. We worked 35 hours of overtime in the month of September. Code enforcement, they had written 19 signs and devices violations, 1 abandoned or junk vehicle on property, 3 illegal parking, 3 high grass, 1 nuisance issues, 2 vehicles for sale on grass, 2 others. They were generated from 3 citizen complaints, and 28 were initiated by our code enforcement officer. That is the report.
Okay,
Thank
you, Steve.
One other thing, I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but we had talked a while back about the speed signs.
Yeah.
It was on the agenda, but we have 1 left that's battery operated, the rest are solar.
Yeah.
The one I was gonna use for North River Road to replace the battery operated one, the council voted to have both of those signs in front of the school on Indiana. The batteries are failing on the one on North River Road. It really needs to be replaced with a solar.
Okay.
Back in April, I reached out to the company, for a new solar sign, the cost is, back in April anyway, with $3,695. They would give us $1,000 trade-in value on the current sign that's out there. So the total cost, and I'll re-verify this, would be $2,695 for a solar operating sign there in North River.
Okay, and that would make everything solar then. Okay,
So I'll throw it out there, I'll get an updated number for the
Okay.
next council meeting.
okay,
That's
Sounds
have it on the agenda.
okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Anybody have questions for Steve?
Well, I think that battery operated one was the oldest one we had. If I'm not mistaken.
I think we got them all at the same time.
Did we get them all? at the
Yeah.
same time?
Yeah, we got them all at the
I've
same
been
time.
the first one installed.
We just had some on battery. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. All right, if nothing else, thank you, Steve. Appreciate what you do for us and glad to hear you say we have 11 officers on staff.
Yes, sir.
It's nice to hear that and see them out and about. It's been a long time coming, so thank you for all you do, and we pray that you and your staff stay safe.
Thanks.
Nick, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, it's your normal report,
Okay,
117 emergency calls in September. The list of what they were, for the most part. We're gonna start our Toys for Tot campaign, starting with our fall raw fishing tournament with the Tackle Shack and Forest River Fishing Group. That'll be on October 25th down at Pound 17. If you're interested or want to fish, get a hold of Tackle Shack. Or get you all signed up.
and what is the fall brawls, just bass tournament?
Bass tournament.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I couldn't believe some of the fish they get out of that river. They're huge.
They are.
Big.
especially the
Never
carp.
do that.
Oh, yeah.
Carp are big.
Well, okay, right, too bad.
I want the bass tournament, not a carp tournament.
I know, but
Yeah.
you're lucky if you don't get one.
October's Fire Prevention Month, or it's recommended that you change all your smoke detector batteries. Usually a good time is when you change your clocks, change them then, it's a good time, twice a year. Minimum once a year, we like twice a year. A good time to clean out your chimneys and stovepipes before it starts getting cold, just a little reminder there. Keep you from having a bad fire and having a horrible holiday season. We're looking forward to the truck or treat on the 25th as well. Got a busy day that day from the fire department. We'll make it happen. If you have any questions, feel free to call. We're happy to answer anything we can. Appreciate y'all's support.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate all you do for us. And anybody have questions for Chief
No.
or Jimmy? Okay. Thank you again for all you do, and we pray that you stay safe as well.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Miss Linda, what do you have for us tonight?
We started meeting out with Jill's report. And, the truck or treat will be October 25th from 5 to 7. That same night will be trick or treating in town, I guess. We're hoping that the bridge will be open, but who knows, it will be open to foot traffic. So people can get over to the truck or treat, and, I understand that the event trucks and vehicles will be able to use the bridge, but that's it. No motor vehicles, actually. So then the next event would be our Christmas tree lighting, which is on December 5th at 6 p.m. at the fire station. And the park board will again, fund the refreshments. We're there, we always have really good stuff, so. Jill said she's looking for carolers from possibly from school, from the different schools around.
Not me, well.
Huh?
Jill said she'll take anybody. I said, not me, well.
We'll also have the Santa mailbox, and Rosemary takes care of answering Santa's letters. And then Jill took it upon herself to help us get some, events scheduled for the park. And so she kind of has a schedule for the whole year of 2026. And some things like if it snows, it's like a snowman contest or some kind of snow event. And then events that will help support our businesses maybe uptown. And then we were talking about the free fishing days. There's like 4 fishing days that are free. They're kind of sporadic between in the summer, spring, summer, and we're wanting to do an event around that. It hasn't been planned yet or anything, but we're just looking to get more activity down into the park, and I think it's a good idea. And if we could have a few things up in our parking lot between the Opera House and Redbird, that would maybe help the businesses in town. We could possibly do something with an event that way. Condon Park, their tree removal. Eric has targeted like 4 different trees that need to be taken down. And also a mulberry bush in Cummins Park that we've been wanting to get down for quite a while. Quite messy for the track there that people walk on. So we'll be replacing those with 5 trees at approximately $200 a piece. And we're going to be using the gator bags on our new trees that we plant because it just works lots better. And Eric is working with Emma. She's an arborist from Goshen. So we're thinking more towards trying to get native plants in there, trees. So to work with her on that. Mike Yoder gave us a report on the Corn Dog Festival. It had a really, really good attendance, and approximately, someone said 12,000 people. And that's a lot of people that came to that. And ADAC alone said that they did more than 4,000 people. They transported more than 4,000 people. So that was a really successful thing too. Next year will even be better because they'll have a year under their belt and we'll be able to iron out some problems that they had production wise, getting the corn dogs out to people. So, and I think our park board representative won the corn dog eating contest again.
Yes, he did.
So,
Close second.
What's that?
Wasn't that close second?
It was. And I know when he was at 6th, I kept going. I stopped.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Okay, October 14th and 15th now. Okay, is the date for our basketball court to be reconstructed. I know if they've started on that. Anybody know that? Mike knows that? Okay.
Yes, they do.
The cost will be $31,000. And that is less than what John Young, the contractor that we had before, had bid us, so we're real happy about that. We received a letter of notification from the Elkhart County, the Elkhart Community Foundation, informing us that the park board will be receiving a yearly endowment from a local business family. And we'll be putting that into the park donation fund to figure out what we're going to be doing with that. And we have a letter of thank you ready for all of us to sign. And will be sent to the Armstrong family. So, we're happy about that. The pickleball courts have some cracking in them now. And they're going to be looking into, Scott suggested that they look into the warranty when we did that course to see if there's a possibility of some help there, and Jill and Michael looked into that. The splash pad is now winterized, so you can't go out and splash around anymore. And that's about it. Does anybody have any questions?
Okay, thank you, Linda. Appreciate the report as always. All right, let's see. That takes us to Alex. Anything, Alex?
The only thing I would suggest to council this evening is not listen to my section, but would be to authorize the offering to make purchases of certain property within the town. If we have a sense of what we want, council has a sense of what needs to be offered for the fair market value, plus any additional amounts, as we discussed in the executive session.
Okay.
I think it's prudent for the council to initiate that process so that and perhaps I don't want to lead you astray on this. Yeah. Thank you. Like the acquisition of property, what account is that, what fund is that being pulled from? Do we need any appropriation for that? Or do we have,
No, the money's been budgeted already,
okay,
so it's from the South TIF fund, I believe.
okay.
It's from one of those funds. I can find exactly if we need that for the motion.
No, I think my differential is stating a particular purchase price or simply permitting the,
Discussion.
yeah, the engagement with
The process.
the landowner, yeah, to initiate good faith negotiations, I guess would be the phrase.
What gets us to the point of sending the offer?
Well, I think it would be, I mean, my preference would be to know what number needs to be in that letter.
Yeah.
I think we could do that with the average of the two. We could start there. Then we have a starting point with the purchasers or sellers.
Seller, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be, I think that would be the appropriate place to start, and then at the very least, to authorize that offer.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean that has to be the final amount under the statute, but at least authorize that.
We can make that, in the motion, we can just say the average of the two appraisals. We don't have to say a number.
Yeah, well, I mean, we want to, since we've got 4 appraisals for 2 different properties, we want to the extent it deviates at all, I mean,
Yeah, we just have 2 appraisals for each property, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So you could state the value, but no deal is closed unless it's approved by the
Correct.
council.
Correct, yeah, but I do think I think to start the opening, to say, here's what you authorize the offer to be, I think is, and if it's for X property, the average of the 2 appraisals obtained for that property, I think that's
We
appropriate.
say property information in the motion.
Well, I don't think either one of them have neither one of them has an address from the, so maybe identifying just the property owner is sufficient.
One of the property owners' names is the same as the address.
Well, good.
Why don't we mention just the business? So at least
Yeah.
the public knows the location we're looking at.
Okay, Ken,
Yeah.
you,
Yes, so the first one, would be, molded foam.
Okay.
And the average of the two appraisals is $103,250.
Okay.
The second one would be, Hitch Holdings Indiana LLC. And the average is $243,400.
I will make a motion that we authorize Alex and Mike to work through JPR for the acquisition of properties. One from Molded Foam Products with an average appraisal value of $103,250. The second being Hitch Holdings Indiana LLC with the average appraisal value of $243,400
I'll second.
for
Oops, sorry.
new road project. Fair.
I think it's a sufficient one.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Jeff, second by Kathy, open for discussion. Okay, no further discussion, we'll take a vote. Doug D. Smith,
Yes.
Dean Renfro,
Yes.
Kathy Burke,
Yes,
Greg Dolsky,
Yes.
and Jeff Beach is yes. Motion carries.
Thank you, council.
Okay.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. Thanks for sticking around. Okay, anything else, Alex?
Nothing for me.
Okay, anybody have anything for Alex? Okay, if not, thank you, Alex. All right, next item on the agenda, privilege of the floor, otherwise known as public comment. If there's anybody here that would like to make public comment, please step up to the microphone, state your name and address, and make your comments.
Yeah, so my name is Johanna Rebick, Paul Slagle, and we wanted to comment on basically, I guess, the situation related to the golf course.
Okay.
And the whole acquisition process and sale of it. So we became kind of aware of it in the last 5 days or so, and then looking at what we saw, and Mike was very helpful in terms of providing us some of the details on it. And so, based on what we have seen, I think a better proposal could be put forward. And we would like to have that opportunity to do that.
Alex, do you want to take the lead on this?
Yeah, so thank you for the comment, and procedurally, there's some flexibility, but that's dependent upon the decisions that the RDC would make going forward, so at least from the bid standpoint, the notice that was provided, and the bids that were submitted by the date there, those are really what's active for consideration. Now that doesn't preclude the RDC from entertaining other suitors, but in order for them to entertain those other suitors, I think they would have to effectively dismiss the other two bids and reopen the process. That would be the procedural approach to that.
Yep.
And that would be, I mean, I can advise the RDC further on that, but so you're aware that is.
I understand.
That's how the procedure would work.
Okay. Thank you. So thank you for the interest. I guess I'm gonna open up to council by Alex for questions. I guess my first question would be, as we look at the two proposals that are currently on the table, one is by a current golf course owner. The second one is by a group that currently owns and manages two other golf courses. So there's some experience there. I guess my question would be for you, what experience do you have when it comes to managing golf courses?
I don't have any personal.
Not a bit. As far as managing golf courses, I have two other businesses that I currently operate. And I feel like as good as the economy is, we're doing pretty well.
Okay.
But nothing to do with mowing of grass and things of that nature, no, watering.
Yeah. Um, do you have a,
I don't think Mr. Raber really had much experience when he put it in either, so.
no,
My buddy used to farm that land out there years ago.
um, do you have a plan in mind on how you would manage it?
Well, I don't think we would probably change much as far as the couple gentlemen that have been overseeing it for Jeff for the past number of years. I don't think we would change much. I don't think Amy's gonna be available anymore if the project gets sold. But I don't feel that it's gonna be real difficult to find somebody. I mean, a couple of the guys that I've golfed with in a league out there currently come out there and mow and help with the greens and stuff like that as part of their greens fees.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would want to continue that, so.
Yeah.
No, as far as specific plan in the last 5 days, having looked at this scenario in the last 5 days, no, I don't have a specific plan. Unless you.
No, I don't, I mean, I think critically, I mean, we come at it from a vested interest. I live in town, I've golfed there, and he has for a long time, and so looking at what's being proposed, I think something better could be proposed, quite honestly, and the town would do better with it.
Okay.
That's, that's the crux of it. So, yes, I'm sure there are other people that could run it and that have, experience running a golf course, but again, looking at the fundamentals of that, it's, I think, relatively straightforward. I mean,
Yeah.
I do a lot of technical management, so
Yeah.
it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
So,
I think one of our desires is, and what we've expressed to both of the other parties that are interested in submitting proposals, is our desire is to see the course elevated to the next level, rather than maintain it where it is now. It's been a good course and it's been run pretty well. There's a lot that could be improved, and that was one of our desires when we submitted our RFP to the public. I think there's a lot of interest in both, and with both parties that have submitted proposals right now to improve it to the next level, if not the next two levels.
Mhm.
So that would be to your comment about maintaining it like it is, we'd rather see it elevated higher.
Yep, well, the league that I golf with on Wednesday night would all like to see it elevated higher
Yeah.
than what it is, so.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
concern.
And I think there's a substantial investment that has to happen to make that desire come to fruition.
Yeah, and I think to the extent that Mike has shared those proposals, we understand it.
Yeah.
And that perfectly within the realm of what we would propose as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So I think an upgrade certainly needs to be done, probably some additions in terms of, we thought in terms of clubhouse and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That could keep people there, and that would then be add to the town overall, so. These are things that are fundamentally, I think, would be helpful.
I think the other thing that we need to look at too is, it is in the essence of time.
Yeah.
Jeff is retiring at the end of this year and he will be done.
Yeah.
And so whoever acquires the golf course is, both parties right now want to take it over immediately.
Yeah.
Within the next 30 days. Because they've got things they need to do.
Yeah.
They've got to get fertilizer down for the winter. There's a lot of things that have to happen even before next season comes around.
Yeah.
We're still golfing right now, but there's people
Yeah.
that they need to get things done. So,
Understood.
other questions, council? So thank you for the offer. As Alex, legal counsel said, the RDC has to make some recommendations moving forward.
Sure.
As he said, we have the ability to throw both of the current offers out and reopen the bidding process. So fortunately for you guys, the RDC is this body as well. So we are one and the same. So I would say allow us to have that discussion, and then we can get with Mike and he can get with you. And let you know.
Thanks for your consideration.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else would like to make public comment? Okay, if not, we will close the public comment section. And move on to town council discussion items. Doug, anything?
Nope.
Dean?
No.
Kathy?
No,
Greg?
Nothing.
And I have nothing else. Next town council meeting is November 6th at 7 PM.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Okay, motion by Kathy,
Second.
second by Greg, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.